Murphy?
Bill Murphy. Seems like there was another one besides, and
Yeah, there was, yeah.
All right, we're back with the Amenia Fire Department. So back in the day when there was a fire, like when you started in 1966, what were the people in the town? Who would they call?
they would dial, I don't even remember what the number was.
8838, there's a fire,
It was
there's
a
a
regular
fire phone number.
It was a fire phone number, it was published. They dialed that, it rang at least 3 phones in homes, plus the phone in this building.
Yeah,
Whoever answered it, they said whoever family member answered it, and my younger stepsister, as she got older, would answer it at times, just depending on who was home. And they took the call. It was explained to them by whoever called what their problem was, fire or whatever. You gotta remember the ambulance service was minimal at that point. Push the lever, it would blow the siren, and they would stay on the phone until somebody come through the door of the firehouse, picked up the phone and found out where the call was. And then take the apparatus out.
there was no Dutchess County dispatch,
No, no.
it's all.
No, nothing.
Amazing, amazing. And how would the rest of the firemen get notified? When they heard the whistle, they knew to come
Fire
here?
siren.
So once they heard the whistle, they know to come here?
There were no cell phones.
Oh, yeah.
Fire siren was it.
Oh, you just
How
come out with
about plectrons? Did you have a plectron?
that was before them too.
Way before
Wow.
then. Plectrons came in the 70s, early 70s.
No kidding,
Yeah,
wow.
Oh, yeah. Good.
So everybody reported to the station then, huh?
I
Yeah,
have, just to tell you how serious we all took it. My friend there and I lived next door to each other, and all of us lived right near each other. And I woke up in the middle of the night one night, just gotten home, and I heard the fire siren. Summer night, I jumped in my car, we had the little blue lights back then, and headed for the firehouse. Well, he come over the hill to go home, right, saw me coming with the blue light, he followed me right immediately, didn't hesitate, come right over to the fire station. We get out, fire siren's not blowing. It's Wassaic siren. The wind was just right, it woke me up.
Oh,
We looked at each other, and he goes, "You're really sure you heard the fire siren?" I said, "I'm positive." Gladly for us, nobody else did. We
Yeah.
just kind of snuck back home and tried not to look foolish. But when that fire siren blew, people come out of the woodwork because you never know, it could be your house. You had
right.
no way of knowing. Yeah.
So back when you joined in the 60s, what were the old timers like back then?
Oh, they were sweet, kind, loving. They were like us, crotchety old men. But they were great. They'd teach you
yeah,
what you needed to know. You know, they understood that you might be the guy on on that hose line right behind them. So they made sure that you knew what you were doing before they let you get into anything.
Because you guys have some good history here. You guys go back 125 years, right?
At least.
1895, right? You have the same. You
Yeah.
celebrate the same year as Poland does.
Yep.
You know, so I think that's phenomenal.
Yeah. 1895. I've forgotten what that was.
yeah.
That's quite a while because my house was built in 1871.
Wow. So that means.
And as you can see, this still exists. Somebody else has it. And I don't know whatever happened to it. Remember we always rolled the carnival wires up on it.
Yeah,
The old round steel coast guard, big wheel thing.
yeah.
I don't know whatever happened to that, but, you know.
Now what building was that? Is that this building here?
No, should I tell him?
Yeah, Joe Firehouse,
Yeah, it's the old firehouse.
Oh, and where was that?
right here.
Right here.
Oh.
Right where that one sits out front, the old part.
Uh-huh.
But when the Sanford came out the door, no, was it Sanford or the engine one? That's 48, that'd be
Oh,
Sanford.
Sal, Sanford.
Sanford came out, the ladder on the back of the Sanford was scorched. Apparently the boiler failed in the firehouse and it burned it down.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that building that's gone. But it's set right here.
Mm-hmm. And somebody had a picture of it, so somebody could
Yeah,
do the painting there.
Yeah. And as you can see, that would be that parking lot out there was a field. And when we were kids, this wasn't here. We were all 3 of us involved in having this built for the town. This was the town hall. We built it for them. Different thing. The fire company built a building for the town and then rented it to them, so financed the fire company. Yeah, paid.
Makes sense.
But when we were Boy Scouts, you take the old part of the building, you walked out there, you'd be up to your knees in water here.
yeah.
All this here is fill.
But
All
Swamp?
fill.
Is this swamp here?
This was swamp.
Wow.
The stream right next door?
There's a trout stream right over there they filled over to where it was allowed. And, but this is all fill from highway construction projects, everything. Like I said, there was nothing out here but water and snakes.
So I guess you don't have a basement then?
No.
But we've never lost one.
So what were the parades back in the day like?
Oh, the parades are great. First we went, just
Yeah,
get long as this, go down to Bethel, which is just south of Danbury. Go to Chatham, to the county fair.
Columbia County, right?
Yeah,
yeah, man,
which is county fair. We used to marching, back when we had the Falcon, we marching, what, 10 or 12 parades a year or something like that?
We,
yeah, we had a Falcon, band that we practically built, having them several.
remember the
put them
Falcons
on the
band
map,
out of
and they
Pleasant
were
Valley?
I'm sorry?
The Falcons out of Pleasant Valley. Pleasant Valley had a private, what you call it, a private band. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No, I don't
They
remember that.
marched with us at least 2 seasons, full time.
yeah, we put them on the map, then we couldn't afford them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's how it,
Yeah.
yeah.
They
tell
had
you
a
what
tremendous band, yeah.
you guys marched, of course, in Dover and Pauling as well, right?
Yeah.
And Millbrook, right?
Yeah.
Looks like,
We were always proud that we could beat Dover, of course.
that's anybody.
yeah,
And they're
But
the
they-
fire department.
They turned out they could turn out numbers in the street.
well,
Oh, they had the 2 companies too, they had one here and one in Wingdale.
Yeah, they marched as one company, even though they had Dover and Wingdale together. You know, it's one, there's Dover Station 1 and Dover Station 2. So you're really marching against 2 towns, Wingdale and Dover.
I don't know about not Pauling.
Well, we would think what we would have done if Wausau and Amenia had marched together. You know, there was always something to complain about. That's why you went to carnivals,
Are you-
argue with each other.
Are you guys one department? No,
No.
two different departments.
No,
Two different
Wausau-
governments.
Wausau is a completely separate fire district.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
Still in the town of Amenia.
Oh, okay.
one thing about, back to the medium parades there, we went to Dutchess County, convention or something was that
Yeah,
one year. We
yeah,
had a
county
lot of
convention.
people lined. Of course, I was in a color guard, for many, many years. We had like a military color guard, all our Air Force guys, Army guys, were 4 of us.
Nice.
Had the chrome helmets. And we went out to that parade and we won, what is it, 7 or 8 trophies.
Wow.
Just about every trophy out there,
What year was that? Remember?
going back.
That had to be the 80s, early
I
80s.
think that picture's upstairs with.
We
Falcon,
kicked some
you
butt
guys.
on that here, I tell you, because we
And,
were.
and who? Do you remember who hosted it?
And we
used to-
Arlington, had to be Arlington.
What's that?
The Poughkeepsie, when we won in Poughkeepsie, wasn't it? It was
Oh, it was
Arlington.
right up and down Route 9, wherever.
Yeah, well, that's the Arlington Fire District.
No,
Wow.
I think that was up in Red Oaks, right back area, wasn't it?
No,
I
Arlington.
don't know, but anyway, we
Yeah.
used to practice out here marching, because us guys are military.
gotta, yeah.
We used to train the guys how to march, because, a lot of them get all the feet messed up.
A lot of people have 2 left feet, right?
We spent many hours out in that.
The best part of the pride of that is, we marched in shirts.
Yeah,
They had,
mixed uniform.
with regular uniforms.
Yeah,
wool
regulation,
uniforms, And they got too expensive.
Yeah.
So everybody, we got our stuff together, we marched in shirts the whole time. They just recently went back to uniforms,
Yeah.
a few years ago.
I remember.
I've never owned a dress uniform in the fire department.
I remember you guys marched in shirts for at least last 20, 25 years.
Well, we are.
Yeah.
Except for the officers. The officers always had the regulation, but the firefighters had the shirts,
We,
the maroons.
we were, no, even our officers had maroon shirts.
They had the white, right? Didn't they?
Yeah, that was pride. But, like AJ said, military guys got together and made sure everybody knew which foot was your left foot.
That's good pride. That's good pride, you know?
And we had, we had a drummer.
Eddie Gordon.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it was,
Well-
had a lot of fun.
What were your carnivals like back in the day?
Oh, beautiful. Back,
He's the kind of guy that ran the carnivals.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, I got a service, I think, I ran, I think Bud McDonald was bingo chairman. I mean, we used to have the bingo out here in the middle of the court.
Well, they started out at the tennis courts where they had for years and
Well, we
years.
used to have 2, remember, they had a carnival, the Jewish,
Oh, the Jews
had
had,
the
yeah.
Camp Farm, we had one. So there's 2 carnivals here for several years. But the fireman carnival, when we had it here, we didn't have no tents, we had it out there in the blacktop, all open. And, we had the bingo out there, and then had, all the things, the money wheels are all surrounded. Then several years back, they stopped that, then we ended up having a bingo over here in a big tent in the pavilion. We got that, I can't remember where we got that, but that's where all the food was cooked. But we had some great carnivals there in town, drew a lot of crowd.
Mhm.
Not as big as Dover, 'cause Dover drove from the south end, they get like bigger, but now
We used to
the
compete.
money's gone, there's no money in this valley. And I
Yeah.
started dropping down, I used to make on the average of $17,000 gross in the bingo.
Yeah,
Last
I
year,
hear you.
That's
we
just the
made
bingo
lucky over
moves, you made
five.
that.
Yeah.
Bingo, huh? Wow.
Well, you had 2 state institutions, plus you had your state prisons,
Oh, okay.
which employed a lot of people around here.
Yeah. Wow.
They always try to have it on payday weekend.
That is smart.
Mosaic used to have their bingo on Saturday nights, and we had a super bingo I used to call. And I would call up the phone, when you guys closing your bingo? And we hold up the bingo jackpot, a whole slew would come up here
Yeah,
and
big
play
crowd,
bingo.
yeah.
Remember that?
Yes.
Yep.
What was the most members you had playing, I mean, most people ever playing bingo?
How many people play
Yeah.
bingo? Well, it's hard to try, but.
Over 100?
Oh, easily over 100.
Wow.
Yeah, and they had the big, all the things.
Big crowds, but the last couple of years, people were playing with pennies. They couldn't even afford, hard to
Yeah.
get up a quarter game.
Yeah, right.
And
Now, but
the
there's
line
enough
went
times.
down, like Bud said, the institutions closed, window closed, and state was phasing down. It's a shame.
Yeah, it got to the point you couldn't even hardly afford the rent wheels,
Really?
Yeah.
we had to rent our 2 money wheels, for the 3 or 4 nights we had it, and if you didn't make any money on your money wheels, your carnival didn't make any money.
Yeah.
That's basically what it boiled down to.
Mhm.
You always
Especially,
try to make money in your food booth, which is the way it's designed to be, but you had your other several other ones, your bingo and your money wheels.
Yeah.
Always try to hold everything outside of the food booth, try to, make your money.
and the beer, of course, the beer made money.
Yeah,
It all depended on how much the members drank.
Oh, no, carnival time, members paid too. During
Really?
the carnival,
Wow.
during the carnival. They, it was, well, let's put it this way, that was the rule. It wasn't necessarily
yeah,
true.
but you didn't have a bottomless, if you were working the carnival,
You didn't have
you
time to
didn't have a
drink.
bottomless cup of beer. You might have had to got a beer break or bathroom break once or twice in the course of 3 or 4 hours you were working.
Mhm.
But you didn't lollygag over there, right? You went over, did what you had to do, got your butt back to your post again.
Parade night, the guys who work in the booths and stuff, you didn't get a break. In fact, guys from Wassaic and Sharon would come and help us.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Yeah, well, they knew you,
Yeah,
you want to do this here. Yeah.
yeah, we jumped right in and helped them too when they were short, so
Yeah,
they knew it.
we-
I remember, marching up here a few times with Pauling, and your booths would be mad busy.
Yeah,
While the bullpen was still open.
Yeah,
well, you could elbow to elbow out here, on parade night, and usually on Saturday night with the big bingo and the fireworks.
Yeah.
I mean, shoulder to shoulder people, all this open ground out here. Today, well, Chris said they did a real nice job with the
Yeah, we worked,
carnival thing,
carnival the other night. I was
carnival
helping-
meal they had.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
helped my
good.
grandson with the 50/50 raffle, and we filled in, it was $650 on that.
Wow.
And then,
Your share, the
and
company
then
share.
the lady that won it, I heard from Kristen that she donated half of that back, right, half of all the money back to
Oh,
the
geez,
fire
that's
company.
nice.
So she saved our down.
That's nice.
And then I guess the food was subsidized by Solid Ridge.
Oh, really? I didn't-
So that's
yeah.
$4,000 worth of savings there, because they'd sold a lot of food over there.
It's nice when, people give like that. A lot
Yeah.
of these businesses, Well, guys, I want to thank you.
Thank you.
Great interview.
Good.
So what's the plan for the